theory, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much right now. Learned that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. Backspin if I'm doing this.
Hi Gates, everything's here.
I got distracted
Did you
by the
bring
golf
me any
cart.
moss?
I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart.
MX_Fee is here.
7,
Good to see you.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Boom. Oh, is that
Yo,
really a
Zing
million?
14. How you doing?
A million roses? Amazing. That's amazing.
Imaru
We're rather
100's
impressed.
here.
Such a
Did
pointless
you bring me any
exercise.
moss?
Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Mari. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1 million roses! Hello! Why was that musical? Why did I just auto-tune my own voice? How the hell? My God. My God. I'm glad this guy has no peripheral vision whatsoever. What? What? In theory, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much right now. Learned that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. Backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart. I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Boom.
Hi, Amber Sparrow 95. Happy you're here.
Oh, is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing. That's amazing. We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Mari. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1 million roses! Hello! Why was that musical? This is gonna be a little recursive.
Skulls Cupcakes.
This is gonna be a little
Glad you're
recursive
arriving
here.
Nice and early.
But
Aiming
hello,
for that first
everybody.
redeem?
Enjoy the recursion. Hi, BB. BB, you are so cute. You are so cute. Absolutely adorable cat. But hello, everybody. Hello, Taiga. Hello to Fee. Hello to Jing. Hello to Amoru. Hello to Amber. Hello. So we're gonna be a bit art projecty today, and I've got a couple of projects on the list, and I'm not like perfectly set on what I'm gonna do. But basically, I've got a list of projects, a good chunk of projects I need to work on. I'm trying to pick a random thing. What about you? How do you sound? Are you the vibe we're after today? Let's go with that. He is very handsome, but he is also trying to mess with my mouse. So, okay. So we have a couple things I want to work on. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Hello. So we have a couple things I want to work on today. And it's gonna be a little mixed. So there is a project, or another project. There is an anime airing right now. The Ghost in the Shell, the new Ghost in the Shell anime done by Science Saru. I love one of the visual effects they do at the very start of it, during some of their projects. So let me see if I can grab. Can I grab that graphic? I don't know if it'll let me paste it. Can I paste you? One sec. Let me see if I can get this. You're not there. Save. Cartilage. Taiga, cartilage. Where I need this file. Save image. Where are you going? Go in here. Trying to get a file over to y'all. What clip is that? Oh. Okay. So this is the graphic. This is the visual that they've done in Ghost in the Shell. I don't know what that says, but just this is the whole thing, right? Like this visual style. I love this vertical CRT filter kind of going on, or yes, this would be a CRT filter here, and then the drop shadow. And while I could probably easily do the CRT filter in a way that isn't messy, we'll probably recreate that in a different way. But right now, I need to just create a simple, I want to create a simple text prompt, right? I want to create a text prompt that pops up that'll recreate this visual style in the overlay. Because I think this would be a fun way to do, like we have the highlight my message, right? Or we have like the ways for you to use bits to highlight messages, which does the scroll across, right? I'd like to make it for that one specifically, have random ways it could go. This could also work well for the billboard. Actually, this would probably be better for the billboard. I could even make the subtext do whatever random line it adds. And then this could be our way to do the like we could make the top say what team they are. Right? We make the top section here do the team, who redeemed it, and then what the message was. Maybe. Do you think how's that sound, right? Like we do that, and then that's the billboard, and that gives you your first thing for whatever team you're in. If you didn't know, you can join a team. Also, I don't know if I greeted after Skulls, but hello Shurin, Somya, Snow, and Fox. But yeah, we can have this be one of the first like team things, right? So we'll figure that out. But right now, I want to get a font that is fairly similar. So let's go over here. We need to create a new action group. We'll unlock that, and I'll just stick that right there. Ghost in the Shell. I don't know what I want to call you. I guess you're Overlay. I don't know where else to put you. So you're Overlay. Actually, Overlay is probably wrong. I think that's supposed to be... Yeah, no, it's not Overlay. Hmm. Channel. I guess it's channel points. Okay. And then bring chat back up. Well, hello, chat. But what we need now is going to be an overlay images and video. Like this is going to be the simple part, right? We do this and we do, I want this. Do we want this in front of the game or do, yeah, we want this in front of the game, right? Hey, bunny. Nice. You can see how many overlays I have here. Where are we at? Game screen. There we go. Found it. Hi, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Test message. Okay, and we'll do 3 seconds just for the test here. Boop. Hello? Friends! Where's my message? My message didn't work. But hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. One sec. Ow. Rude. But I hope everybody's doing well. Why can't I see you? Oh, no, it is there. I just can't see it. It's tiny. I made it too tiny. Size 200. Boop. There we go. Now I see it. There we go. But hello, Raiders. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, McLesley. Hello, Monolith. Hello, Mars. Nice to see you all again. But hello, Raiders. Thank you for coming by from Cleo Stream. I appreciate y'all. For those who do not know me, my name is Cameron JK. My pronouns are they, them. I'm a chill variety streamer focused on indie and interactive and games you've never heard of. And given that you came from Cleo, Cleo has to deal with me by choice every day for theoretically the rest of their life. Ooh, horrifying. But no, I appreciate you, Han. Thank you for sending everybody over. Now, to fill everybody in on what's going on, we're doing a project stream. I'm doing a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. Over. Yeah, I can do that too. We are doing a chill hangout stream. We are doing an art stream. We are doing some stream projects. I am trying to recreate this kind of overlay effect here from Ghost in the Shell, the new Science Saru version. I just want to recreate this kind of overlay bit here. It's probably a little hard to see given the scale, but you can see it's a CRT filter that we are trying to recreate. And then there's also that. So a while back, Cleo had mentioned setting up teams. This is a randomly assigned thing. You join, it gives you a team that you're on, and then that sets you up for that. I have a team join. If you join, you hear that redeem sound. It puts you on a team. Currently, there are no added effects to that as a whole. This is one that will start referencing that. But it is a cool way that you can be a part of the community and interact in a fun way. So if you're able to redeem joining a team, you should join a team and just see where you end up. We have 3 here. We have Team Lunar, Solar, and Astral. It also assigns you, at post stream, we assign that to everybody in the Discord, so everybody gets kind of a different name color going on. Eventually, I hope to have like occasionally run events where there'll be a separate badge for each role, and we'll just run like a 3-day event stream, and then if you tune in those days, you get a badge for that team, and then people will be able to rotate through them. If you would like to join in and draw on the overlay, you actually can. There's a pinned link to a Magma URL, and you can draw in any of the space on the screen. Just be respectful of each other. Try not to encroach on anybody and communicate about that. But you can draw on the edges of my screen. You can draw on any of the little paper background we have there for everybody to mess with. I hope you all are having a chill day. It is a nice, comfy, cozy Wednesday. I got a decent amount of sleep. It's not too hot. I'm not allowed to drink any of my city's water today because there was a water main break, apparently. So that was fun to find out. But other than that, but yeah, no, we're just after a chill. But I already had, so to my advantage though, I already, at least in the terms of drinkable water, I have a like 2-gallon water filter thing that I always have prepared for always. Hey Jambo, welcome to the stream. Yeah, let's zoom out on that a little bit. I don't like it being that pixelated. So right now, boop, we get our test message in the middle of the game screen. Nice and simple. Now here's the thing. You can always add a shadow, but the shadow's never very visible. It's so subtle. I never bother there, and I'll do it my own way, you know? But we need to figure out a font, and there's no font previews here. It really sucks. Like, obviously, we could do just the basic font here, but I don't like that. The other, this is kind of where I'm at with this. This is a weird spot, right? We could use this method. We could use this method to do this. The other option, I think, is I create an overlay, because I think the overlay will update faster. So if I go in here and we add an overlay widget, go in here and we do text, hit OK. All right, we're gonna have a different bit here. They look exactly the same, as you can see. Like these look exactly the same here. Gonna do that, do that. Let's do 1-800. And then this will refresh as fast as it can. And then we will take this overlay endpoint. Let's put you in the same spot. So we're gonna go up here. Move that. We don't need that anymore. Now the only catch here is this has a temporary lifespan. But I think this is more what we'd want. I'm just wondering here, because if I save this, it's going to pop up on the screen, right? Yeah, so it's in the middle of the screen now. And that's just going to exist there. Can I have not toyed with this? Can I change that? But yeah, we're just after chill vibes today. So I hope you're good with chill vibes, because I don't feel like putting that much energy to anything. Well, we should be able to go here and then just run widget function. No. Enable disable widget is an option. Which is technically what I want to do. Right? Because I want to do this one, right? So I can do this, and then we can get rid of it, and we can re-enable it. So I do want that, but we're not quite here. What am I missing? I was gonna rename this. Ghost in the Shell text. Do size 200 for now. Save that. Hey, Strabo. Hey, Rose. How's it going? So we've got our test message on the center of the screen that we're working with. But yeah, this is only enable and disable. And I don't... While I do want that, I want to change the text on it. So what I should be able to do, I think... Let's see. We need to go back in here. Find it. It should be dollar gets should work. Okay. So right now it says dollar gets, right? Because there's nothing there. But I should be able to do special identifier. Special identifier name is going to be gets. We're going to do make globally usable. And if we do text, boop, is it going to change? Why did you not change? Does it work now? No. Why not? Why not? Like that should have worked, and I don't know why that didn't work. I need to purge a bunch of stuff I don't use in this because it does start lagging out a little bit. But that should work. That is correct. Is it because it's not refreshing itself? Yes. Okay. So when it's at that, it doesn't... Can I do 0.1? No, it has to be value of 1. So now that is auto-refreshing itself. More raid! Hello! Hey, Sarah, how's it going? Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Amazing. Your underscore imagination just subscribed to us for another month. That's 59 now.
Hello, Raiders. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming by. Thank you, thank you. What were you up to? What were you doing? Tell me stuff. But for those who do not know me, my name is Cameron JK. My pronouns are they, them. I'm a chill variety streamer focused on indie, interactive, and games you may have never heard of. Right now, we are working on some overlay stuff, just trying to make things nice and pretty and create something unique. Right now, we are trying to create a bit of a redeem for our different teams, and I have a feeling Vortex is doodling up in the corner trying to make some banners for each of the different teams. There are 3 JKs. There are 3 JKs that I am aware of. One of them being myself. We're all mutuals. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. But I hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are here for cozy vibes, because that's all we're given today. I'm very low energy. I've been dealing with sleep debt. And I don't typically like to go, hey, yeah, I'm dealing with... I'm exhausted. I am genuinely dealing with sleep debt, and it's not been fun. Okay, let's do this. I think I can do this. We need to read from file. And we're gonna have to create a file here. Read from file. New text document. Get. Do that. And I need to change this now to gets file. Value is going to be $gets file. So we would read from file. Well, we can do this. Now this is an issue. I hate that this happens. This is not supposed to happen. So now it says text file because it's looping itself. So let's try ghost file. This should fix it. It should become blank. Yeah, there's nothing in there. Do 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 do. And now this is a situation of, see, we're stacking a lot of different things here to make this work. So let's go into our, no. Wait, yeah, is it in here? We need, it's a channel point button. It is not those. We need, it might be under channel points. I got to see where this is. We need to grab information from other things here. So project today is trying to recreate this down here, this background file. We need grouped the billboard. So this already does a team check. You get that information. It's not using it yet, but it is there. And then we need, you are reading a random line from this. So you need to be billboard text. Move this over here. I'm going to turn that off so it doesn't update anything. I also need to turn that off temporarily. Because those are going to be whether or not it updates the channel point. Right? So we don't want to change the cost of it. We do want the power wash ding right now, and we want that. What we want this to do is that's going to read that, and then it's going to run this. So the billboard is going to be rebranded a bit into this. So this creates ghost file, but we need this to file read write, ghost write. You are going to save to file. Gets text. Sure. Text to save needs to be $billboard text. Oh, insert. No. I want insert in file at specific line. And I need you on line 3. And then I need to duplicate this. This one needs to be on line 2. It needs to be $username. And then we need to duplicate it again. And the team check gives us what? That gets us the team color. Has that been working? I actually haven't paid attention. When y'all do the billboard redeem, is it changing to the correct color, or has it been, or haven't I applied that? Have I forgot to apply that? Font color has been username right now. Oh. That's just username. I want team color. Yeah, it changes color based on their username, but it's not changing color based on the team name or the team color. It was supposed to change to the team color. Like I changed the way it was meant to work, and I forgot to update that. So that's supposed to be team color. Well, I think it was supposed to be username, and then I do another effect based on team color, but I haven't done that part, and I'd rather it do this. So Right now, it's going to do that, and I'll probably change that a little bit here in a bit, but this one though needs to change. So I need to create a conditional. So conditionals allow us to detect like what um what um what each thing is, right? So we're doing a team label. And then this will pick this. So really I'm going to need to make 3 of these. So I need to make a group. I need to have it do all 3 of these together because otherwise it's going to be too much. So we're going to go here, add a group. Go up here. Team check. Hey, Beard. Also, hey, JSAR, an image. I forgot to greet you. And then we put that in there. Okay, so this group is the team check, team label. And this is where we do this general check. We're going to be copying these over. I'm not changing any of this, actually. And this does default team color when none of it's found. Right. Or did I not? Why is it that color when none is found? 00A29. What color did I assign to nobody? Okay, but I don't need the specifics here. I need that in there. That's Team Lunar. We're just going to copy these in. Oh, that's the wrong spot. Team Lunar, Team Solar, Team Lunar, Team Astral. And then if there's no team, it's just going to ignore the line. I think, but we'll throw this in anyway. Sure. And we'll close that because we don't need it. So again, for anybody who's not aware, we're trying to change that text that says ghost file right now to be a different thing. Yay, alarmist joined a faction! Okay, so I don't need these in the team label group. Now, I could just pull these out and modify everything, or I can be really annoying and do that. So now what we're going to do... we're just going to do team name. Team Solar. Team name. Team Lunar. Oop. Team name. Team Astral. Team name. Not recruited. There we go. Hey, Earthquake. Right, so now we have that. Now we're going to go here. And we're going to do ghost right. And then this one's going to be line 1. And this is going to be dollar team name. And we need one more ghost right. And the reason we need this one is we need to save to file, text to save, nothing. And that should work, right? So now it's blank. If I do this, we get a space. I don't know why it hasn't updated. If I do this, will it? Why is the ghost file not updating? Hey, oh, dude, I gotta tell it to read again. Boop. That's on me. I do that and save it and do that. Goes to ghost file because it's blank. If I do this, we get this. Oh, save. Do this. So now it's blank. Now, in theory, I should be able to do line 1, line 2, line 3, and then we hit play. So that, in theory, works. So that gives us our billboard. That gives us the information that'll pop up on the screen when it's redeemed. That gives us all of that, right? Obviously, this is very messy, so I'm going to click that again and click that. I need to name this. Ghost text. Channel points. Oh, and this isn't done. So this is going to do that. I need it to go here. I need this to disable it. And I need to add a weight in here. And we need to make it like, it'll pop up for 5 seconds. 4 seconds. The only thing I'm worried about is it's just going to pop up. It's not going to fade in. So I may have to figure something out with that. Because as it stands, like, I mean, you can't see it because I don't have anything saved. Yeah, put my name back in it. So I go boop. I don't actually know here. Why are you off? Oh, because I turned you off. Duh. Animation. Yeah, see, there's no animation for this. I can't tell it, hey, fade in, fade out. That is the one flaw we're really going to be dealing with here, is going to be a lot of that. Like, it just pops in right now. Right, like that's its whole thing. There's no fade effect, which I think is fine for this, because that's kind of what it's meant to do. I could apply another effect that'll do something over it, or like a glitch effect will make it appear, which I think will be fine. But right now, the main point is just getting it to work. Here's where we get to have a little fun. I'm going to enable it again, right? And now we get to go, what font do we want, right? We get to do this. What font are we using to mimic the effect you can't see anymore because I've put too much crap over it? What are we using to mimic the kind of Japanese font down here? We just really need a squared off text, right? One font for each faction could be interesting. I think the complications of that are a bit higher than I'd like them to be. Like, I'm not opposed to the idea, but it is something we can definitely put on the back burner. I'm mainly trying to match that C on the C on the left. I don't even know if I have a similar font. We're just going to see if I do. I like this font. I like the C. That's a fun font. What one is that? Oh, that's from Katamari. I think it's used for the numbers, though. Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of people who like have Wingding straight up memorized, as long as it doesn't end up with the like special character marker. Impact. I was gonna say, which one is that? Arlette. I wish they had a little more customization in the font section here. Like, we are lacking a little bit. We only have bold, italics, and underlined, which isn't really what I'm after. I suppose in theory, like, in theory here, I could probably will this work? Like, I just want to test this. If I go... Well, you know what? The easy test is just to do this. If I do that, what happens? Just to be clear, I've made it bold. Okay, it does not appreciate that. Sometimes it'll read HTML, sometimes it won't. I could go into the HTML here and add it, I suppose, if I wanted to change the font directly to a little more customization. And a reminder to everybody, you can draw on my screen now. Oswald looks decent. The C is wrong, but Oswald, generally speaking, looks pretty decent for what we're trying to do here. But if you would like to draw on the screen, the link is pinned. You can just click on that, and then you're able to draw on the edges of my screen. Oh, okay. We're not looking too bad with Segoe UI. It reads well. Not bad there either. Not Segoe UI again. Okay. Yeah, two different Segoe. One's regular, one's semi-bold. Okay. I don't have a lot of fonts on this computer. I learned fonts are the one thing that like lagged out a lot of my other stuff. Why are these both Segoe UI? They're clearly not. I have a lot of them, but there were two different ones there. Segoe UI semi-bold, I think, might be the best one for legibility and spacing. Bold does not appear to do anything. Because they changed the way bold and stuff works in a lot of things. I like this one. I just don't like the problem is it's gonna make like the third line weird if I do this the way I want to, where it's all in one line. Like, I have the ability to do this as a separate line read. Fear, please don't yell at me. Fear, please, Fear, dude. Hi. He's laying on the floor behind me. Just yelling. Like, he's not even yelling at me, he's just yelling. I do think this is the best font here, though. Like, I don't want to see. Here's the thing: I don't want to do this because this is a really annoying way to do this. But I can set a font here, right, and create two more widgets, and they'll both be like raised and lowered on this and lined up on their own, and I can change the fonts or the scale of the font separately. And I think I need to, and I hate that I need to. But I think that's the only thing I can really do. So this is going to become ghost file name. We change the value to name here. And then we're going to go overlay widgets. I was already in it. We're gonna rename that one to name. Gonna do another one. Ghost in the shell team. Overlay endpoint. Game screen. We need to duplicate this twice. You need to read specifically line 2. I need to do this really quick. You're going to read line 1. You're going to read line 2. You're going to read line 3. Read specific line. Read line 3. Read specific line. Read line 1. So your ghost file team, name, and text. Anome. And then we need 2 more of this. We're going to do gets name, gets team, and gets text. File team, name, text. This is getting a little convoluted, but it will make sense. Okay, and then you're enabling, you're hiding. Need to grab this 2 more times. I'm gonna have to reopen this. This is called ghost text. Doo-doo. Boo-boo-boo-doo-boo. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Pull that back open. Oh. Thanks for the resub, Gnome.
Amazing. Poltergnome just subscribed to us for another month. That's 8 now.
I'm missing a thing. Overlay widgets. Here we go. Boop, boop. No, Ghost in the Shell name gets name. No, gets name. Gets team. Am I missing one? No. And then we need to add another one. I like the banners. I did like how you had shapes that, like, you had, like, kind of the cuts on the bottom before, though, and I kind of missed that. Like, I saw you had that at the beginning, and then you pulled back on it, and I kind of miss it. Gotcha. One sec. Goes to the shell text I've created. Gets text, gets names. It should just be name. Okay, so really quick, I need to double check this. So gets text. Go back in here, UI black. White text, font size. We'll do 100 here as well. Do that. 1-800. I've also realized in here I added a weight in the middle but I also need a wait at the beginning. And the reason we need this is we need to make sure that this text, which updates every 1 second, updates faster than that when we need to make sure the text is being read correctly. So we add a little bit of a wait there. And then this is currently set to enable and disable widgets, but it can't even see these right now. So it should be Ghost in the Shell, Ghost in the Shell, Ghost in the Shell. I think I forgot to put text on the right overlay, though. I did. We do that there. Okay, so now they all exist. And they're all kind of stacked. And we got team, name, and text. This one's actually kind of outdated, and I'm a little worried, so I'm going to remove that one and pop it up here again. Go here. Because technically, text they got renamed. So there's those. And then I'm going to remove this one, and we're going to go keep you, keep you, keep you. Grab that. We're going to disable, 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 and we're going to test run, and it should look broken. They're all in the same spot right now. And I need to pop these back up again. Okay. Woo. But yeah, I need to go in here and I need to clear out the things I don't use, because you can see there's a lot in here, like a lot of redeems and things like that that are not actually used anymore. I think they're specifically an ungrouped, right? Yeah. I've got some things in here. Subathon timer. I actually don't know how much of this I don't use. This is the one problem. Everything is expanding into being more complicated for my overlays. And as it expands, it gets laggier. So I'm a little worried about the amount of crap I've done. It's on me, but did I type bit sounds wrong? Just seeing the I was capitalized. Like, what are you doing? The only complaint I have, Vortex, and this is a Cameron pet peeve about the banners, like looking at them now. I really dislike that star on the right because it feels like it's going behind the moon. And that is a pet peeve of mine, is when the star goes behind the moon. Sorry, Vortex. I removed the fill tool because so many people were breaking it. Or like accidentally filling the whole screen occasionally. Oh, I do need those again. But let's... Oh, they totally were. Hey, Nolan. It was totally happening. Doo-doo-doo. Let's see. Here. I've added an approved thing. So now I can go here. There you go. Now you have it specifically. I was saying sometimes it's doing that. I didn't mean every time. Because sometimes it would be blue. And it's not going to refresh to blue. Do, 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 do. Boo. Okay, temporarily turn all three of these on so we can see where they're at. So name is in the middle. Team is on top. Text is on the bottom. Now the text on the bottom, we obviously need to move down. So let's go. I think we need pixel. Yeah, because we need the top position. If it's 1080, the middle is going to put our top position at... Oh, I mean, it's already moved, so this makes it easier. Like if I click there, 400 is dead center, almost. 2555. Where do we end up? That's like perfect. Because it's not high enough that it's going to hit the J. So 555 is perfect there. $300. It didn't have a team. Okay, my guesses have been really close. That looks about right. Let's do 245. Like if I write Team Solar, right? We get about that. Everything looks like it's correct. Let me drop this down just a little further. Okay. So I think I've got this correct. Right now, this is still doing the power wash effect, though, and I'm going to remove that. Like, right now, this does power wash ding. Power wash ding is something that can be redeemed as a Streamloots thing. But the point of this is to replace that. So I'm going to leave access to all of those up. The billboard is running itself. What am I? I'm missing something here. Ghost text, you. So you're reading all of these. Ghost file text. Yeah, you're reading the lines. The lines are being written to the files. Yeah, billboard text. Overlay is right now doing the text for it, which we want to get rid of. And I want you to run ghost text, which I don't know if you're even in the list. This music is good. I appreciate it. Oh, you are not in the list yet. Okay. Boop. Did it tomorrow? Nice. Okay, so in theory, I click that, and then it's not going to be here because this needs to refresh, right? Yeah, it's not in the list yet. So I need to save billboard. If you end up redeeming Billboard now, it's gonna be very broken and not reward you, and you're just gonna lose points. So don't click it. Yeah, figured that was gonna happen. All I did was waste your points, so it's not my loss. Okay, so we do ghost text, but we move ghost text to the end. Enable that, because that's the one that updates the thing to the team color and gives the information. And then this one will update the counter.
Don't believe in yourself, believe in me, because
Hello,
I believe
parental
in
unit.
you.
I think it's time you gave me some food. Go roll the moss over, please.
Gonna add a small weight. So in theory, after I click save, so if I click this, okay, I forgot to turn off the team on the top thing because I'm not recruited. And the font size of the bottom one. Thank you for the follow. Let's try 60. Turn that back on, turn that back on, that back on. Why did my team move to the wrong spot though? Why did you? Okay, no, that's in the correct spot, but it feels off center, doesn't it? I hope you're doing well. Welcome. Why do I there because there's a space there, right? My name is off center in that. And I'm going to assume that is related to the redeem. What is going on here? Where are we looking? Where are we looking? Read from file. You. There's not a space there. Why is my name off to the right? My name is very clearly off to the right there. Right. But don't worry about that, Skulls. Compare it to the other text. Not recruited is not centered over top of the Cameron JK text. That's the problem I'm running into. Like, those are not centered compared to one another. So something's happening here that is making them not center off of each other. Details centered, details centered, details centered. Aw. Yeah, it feels like there's text at the end of not recruited, but there's not. No, there's nothing. There's no extra spaces anywhere. What do you mean button throws it off? I have no idea what that means. That sentence does not make sense to me. But this is much further than that. Right, no, but that just to me says the name is in the wrong spot. I don't think anything else is in the wrong spot. I mean, it's hard to tell fully, but yeah, no, it's my name. Why is the name is adding a character to the front? Like we can clearly see it here. So why is it adding a name? Because there's no extra characters here. Billboard text is going to be fine. Did I accidentally add a space in here for what it's applying? Ghost file name, fine. There's no space. Gets name is fine. Everything should be fine. Why? I'm so confused. Like, there's actually zero reason for there to be an extra space here. Trying to get this right. Like, why did it put a space? That's the thing. Like, I could understand if I did something weird here, but there's no special characters anywhere in this that would be doing this. Like, name is fine here. File text is fine. Special identifier is good. Special identifier name is good. Everything is there and correct. And it's weird because, like, there's not a space in this that it's reading where it's getting it from. It's just applying an extra character. Can I add a space to the other end and like counter it? Will this cheat it? Because if it's just one space, no, because see, I'm still offset. Yeah, it doesn't care if I add a space. Like if I add a hyphen there, it goes correct. Isn't it? Wait, is it? Damn it. Why are you offset? Why do you hate me? No, sadly, it does not care. What do you mean? There's nothing extra here. I was just seeing if it worked. Or are you talking about this? That doesn't matter. That's just visual. That is purely for organization purposes. Indents don't do anything. It's a fair thought, but no, they don't do anything. That's just for readability. How do I want to add a space to the other end. Wait, can I Okay, wait. Reading. You're adding the text there. No, I can't add it to the thing. Why is it doing this? Like, It's just off center, and there's no reason for it. And like obviously I could try like adding a space or like offsetting here, but it would just change based on whatever letters are there and be offset. There's something specifically going on. And it's okay, just making sure there that it wasn't like the font having a weird thing with one of the letters. No, there's nothing. There is no difference between these three. Like we see them, they're all. Hi, BB. We see them, they're all the same. Left position's the same, left position's the same. If I do percentage, do you work? No. Pixel won't work because that's gonna. Oh, is it? Wait, is it that? Is the left position different in center? Is this why? Because that would be really ridiculous. Huh. Center is not centered. Center is not centered. That is a bug report. I would say that's a bug report worth mentioning. Let's go a little lower. Yeah, we are past break time. Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know or is new here, we do take 3-minute breaks. We schedule these. We make these a set thing that we do in order to turn pre-rolls off for anybody new that comes by. You won't miss anything. There's going to be some clips that'll montage during the break, all that stuff. I'll catch y'all in 3 minutes. Get up, stretch, wiggle around, all that fun stuff, and I'll see y'all soon. Be right back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Boom. Oh, is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing! That's amazing! We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Mark. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1 million roses! In theory, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much right now. How the hell? My God. My God. Hello. Why was that musical? Why did I just auto-tune my own voice? Learned that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. Backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart. I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart. I'm glad this guy has no peripheral vision whatsoever. What? What? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one. All right, here we go. Boom. Thank you for bearing with the ads. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all for chilling during that. Okay, so everything looks good. I think the team maybe should be a little smaller. Let's try 80. Yeah, 80 feels a little bit better. And then we need to drop down to well, we dropped down 20. What was the number? 45, so it should be 65 then? A little bit for 85. A little too far. 80. There we go. So it'll pop up there. Does that feel low? And that's where I use my hand to judge this. If I go, I need a better reference of my hand. No, sometimes you just want to chill in the grass. I don't blame you. Okay, the position is fine. I think this is an optical illusion thing when it comes to text. I think we're going to move all of these up 20. So 60 there. 0 there. And 10 there. I need to go further. Let's do 590, 240, 180. Why are you all moving different amounts? Are you doing this relative to your own size? That's not how that's supposed to work. I think they are. That feels a little more centered to me vertically. Right, like we've got that to there. And that to there. Yeah, that feels better. Okay. I will have to kind of edit because of this, because of the way this pops up. I will have to edit this to maybe remove the ones that have the name at the beginning, because I do feel it's a little bit weird to say, not recruited, Cameron JK. Cameron JK, I'm sorry, but your channel points are in another button. Like, I don't think that makes sense. So we will have to, like, edit through these. So if I just go to, where is it? Billboard text, right? So we can go in here. Like, we could just do that. Just add neat to the beginning. I think this one's fine. And add that. There we go. There we go. This one can just say apply directly to the forehead. There we go. Hey, that one had a typo. There we go. That would be an architect. I think in this case, Taiga, though, when it comes to that, maybe an option that would be really good is to do murals. You could be a painter and do murals, and then you could offer them to the businesses as long as you can find out what the code is in your city regarding murals. would be an option. Okay, so we can do that. We can do that. Okay, so now that I'm hitting save, if anybody wants to redeem the billboard redeem for me to kind of reset what it's doing. Cool, that worked. I've realized a slight issue with this. Like, I'm looking at this, and I'm realizing a slight issue with the overlay, because I need to add a drop shadow to these. And drop shadows are a pain. Drop shadows are an absolute pain. The best way to do this is with a filter. So we need to adjust some things here. So I need to go in, and we need to create a new overlay. Go all the way down here. Game screen, drop shadow. Add. Grab it. Why are you not copying? Copy that. Go there. Go into studio mode. We need to go in front of. Here we go. New source. Browser. Add new browser. Go, do that, do that. Should be correct. Rename. That. Do that, do that. Sorry, you can't see any of what I did. Basically, I just moved all of them to a different spot. And then we need to go into our overlay widgets again. Do. Grab you, grab you, grab you. And the very bottom one now has game screen drop shadow. Game screen drop shadow. Game screen drop shadow. But yeah, providing murals for businesses would be a great way to do things in a way that would support everybody while also kind of creating a more chill vibe to everything. Okay, let's go into filters. So this is the filter. I realize this is kind of like visually stacking, and I do apologize for the visual mess here. But when I'm doing overlay stuff, this is really the only way I can do that. So we're going to go here, and we're going to add our shadow filter, which I have added. This is a plugin for those who mess with OBS. That is a plugin by Exceldro. But we've added a drop shadow. You can already see it on there. Now, we could do a dual quasi. I think a triangular is fine here, but you can see if I go size, intensity, you can see the shadow there, right? And we can move the distance of it, things like that. So this is now where we're trying to recreate the kind of raised lettering. The light angle is almost straight up and down on what they've done. Shadow, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do intensity all the way up. That pretty much gives me a solid edge when we do that, so I can kind of see this a bit better. And then let's go a little more than they did. And then the size of it. And we want to reduce the intensity. And dual quasi is a little bit easier to work with. I'm going to go with that. But yeah, there you can see the full size of it, right? So we're trying to kind of recreate this little raised lettering they did. Can I go in here? Do we have the option? Yeah. So we can do this, and I'm going to lower the intensity just. I'm going to lower the intensity just a little bit. I want to keep the edges hazy. Then we're going to move it closer under the letters. So right about there, but it's still too much. And I want to take that because this doesn't update immediately, right? This isn't. It's not immediate, but we want to go here and we're going to do, let's just do 150 on the color. So now we've got that drop shadow. It's popping the text off of it a little bit. We can adjust the intensity again, but even at max, it won't go all the way. So I want something that feels a bit more up there, right? So we're going to go like that. Now, most of this is great. Like we've got the vibe we're after, everything's there. The problem we're running into now is we need those vertical lines. Now, there's multiple ways I could go about this. I could create the actual like haze effect. I'm not sure how good that's gonna look though. Let me grab it. I can test this just to see if we can do it through, if we should do it through the filters. It might cause some frame issues though, so we'll see if we drop any frames when I do this. And I do apologize ahead of time if that does happen. But let's go here. And what this would be would, I believe Shader-tastic has this one. So I'm going to add a Shader-tastic filter. I'm going to move that back up. And you can see in here, we've got a couple things. So we've got like some Sobble, color inverse, displace maps, Gaussian blur, ghost. None of these are what we want. So it's not Shader-tastic. I've got a handful of things. I think it might be retro. Retro effects. Are you gonna help me, retro effects? We can go here. This is retro effects. We can do interlace, right? And we can say interlace thickness, but there's nothing here. CRT. There's our lines. Like that's already what we're after. And we can change the layout. I think that's about what we want. You can see the lines pretty clearly, but we can change the phosphor layout. There's a lot of them. What we're looking at is almost vertical striping, though. So let's... I need to do this so I can see it more clearly. Because y'all can see it on the overlay. I can't see that one, so I got to pull it up here. I think we want this one. Do something like that. We can increase the bloom. Doo-doo. Just want a little bit of barrel distortion, not a lot. No vignetting on this. Keep it very subtly there. The phosphor bloom doesn't appear to be doing anything here. Let's try this, and then what I want to try, and I don't know how well this is going to work, I'm going to add a little bit of glow. But can I get it? Yeah, I was worried about this. I want to add a glow and a shadow, but I don't want them to hit each other. I think I would need an inner glow. Yeah, we can do an inner glow here. So Kawase. Something like that. Glow really doesn't appear to be doing much as an inner glow, and I think it's because of how it's formatted. Like you can see it. It's there, but it almost just makes it feel like it's burnt out rather than actually doing anything. I don't think glow is the way to go. I do like glow effects, but it's just not doing what we need here. Can we get a bit of a blur? I think we might need this blur, so I'm going to go here. Make it a little hazy. Dokuase is a very good blur, but it is... Oh, I love that. I love how cute that is. Like, obviously, it doesn't work for this usage, but that looks really cute. Yeah, just blurring this just a little bit. Like, there versus there, right? It's just enough. And then let's go back into here, and we'll up the intensity a little more so it's more clear. I like how that looks. I genuinely like how that looks. Obviously, it doesn't have a sound accompanying it right now. We do need to get a sound effect for this little bit, but I really do... I do like how that feels. That is a good, like, vibe on that. I don't know if y'all agree, but I think we've recreated this effect here decently well. I think the shadow might be a bit much yet. Like, I'm laying these over top of each other, and I'm seeing it specifically on, like, certain characters, so we might need to... Like a little softer like that. Sorry. I'm trying to see specifically how it looks. Like, the E is solid. Let's reduce the opacity a little more. Let's do, like, half the opacity. And then increase the intensity. There we go. I like that vibe. Like, I think we captured it pretty well. I think that makes the billboard a little more fun compared to what we had. I do, again, though, I'm looking at this and I want to move it up even further. And I think part of what's happening is because there's so much text at the bottom, the weight of everything is being pulled down, is kind of what we're running into. So let's focus on the name, right? And we'll get the name moved up first, right? So let's just try 100. Where are you at 100? See, that to me, like, I can tell that's high up. I can tell that's high up. It's not as bad, though. So let's try 125. Also, I don't know who called me a goober. I appreciate it, but somebody called me a goober. Let's try there. And then this is the team name. So where does 200 put us? Not bad. Let's try 210. 210 feels good. Save that. And then we definitely need to move this text up quite a bit. Let's try 50. It's cute and I appreciate it. That is an extra digit. All right, let's try there. We still need to go up. Let's try there. That's looking pretty good. That gap looks good. That all feels correct. This is probably a little distracting for the height of it. The underline and vortex name is the one spot that has me a little concerned, though, because that means that's the low point of it. So let's try 30. We're going to drop it just a little bit. There we go. No, so Little Buddy can only be perched on the top right now. I'm thinking of moving Little Buddy to like random spots in the stream avatars overlay. So Little Buddy will just be in the environment. Hey, there's Little Buddy. Little Buddy just appeared right in front of the budgie, or in front of the budgie that Fuss was drawing. Directly in front of it. Little Buddy's fun. Ellie did a good job with them. If I ever get popular enough for plushies, Lil Buddy gets to be the third in the queue. Maybe fourth now, though, because if we're going to have the Wisps. Because obviously I would have to be first. The second one would have to be Mari. Third one would have to be Clips. And then fourth one would have to be Lil Buddy, I think. But I'd have to talk to Ellie about that, because Lil Buddy is Ellie's creation, right? So if there were a plush. Does somebody want to try redeeming the billboard again? And then we'll go through sound effects and we'll see if we got any good ones for it. Tyga's name is so big. I think the amount of time that's up is going to need to be longer. That one. That one. Honestly, if we do like 10 seconds, that gives you a lot, right? So if I like do this. This message is boring. I didn't remember writing that. 10 seconds is quite a while, but I think that does give people enough time to read it. I don't know why it's popping up at a horrible rate, though. Something weird's going on there. Do I have this in the wrong spot? I do. It's supposed to be up here. There we go. So now what we're missing, we need stuff that happens while that's popping up, right? Because right now it's just appearing. Now we could make that trigger the power wash effect. It doesn't give it a fade out. Oh god, this is complicated. Okay. So I'm gonna do something complicated that I'm gonna hate. Hi, BB. Hi. Okay. So this is a weird little thing here, but we're gonna add a color correction to the end. All right, and we got this color correction. We're gonna color correction. No, so visible, right? Then we're gonna duplicate this and be invisible. Invisible, opacity 0, visible, opacity up, right? And then we're gonna go in here and we're gonna add a move value plugin. Hi, Cole. So we're adding a move value plugin. Now, what these plugins do is they allow me to go, okay, I want to change. Actually, I can just do this with the one. I don't even need this. We're going to remove invisible, right? So visible. Single setting we are after here is going to be opacity. Get value set there, right? So what we want is, that is what it is set to right now. Or is going to set to is the idea. So I want this to take, you know what, we can leave it like this. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba da ba ba. I'm gonna set it to 0. Now, for the sake of making this work, I need to make the text appear on screen. So we're just gonna go here and we will just put the name on for now. Like, where's your name go? Oh yeah, your name is there. You can't see it. See, there's your name. So it's there. So what we need to do now is we need to make sure when this is turned on, this goes up to the full thing. And then when it's done, so next move, reverse. So it should, there. Oh, for sure, Fuss. It's a fun way to let people do stuff if they don't feel like chatting, but it also encourages people to draw. I really enjoy the Magma during drawing streams, especially because I'm not as actively reading chat, so we kind of all get to hang out together when we're doing it, right? Like, that's the big thing to me, is we get to hang out together. Custom duration, that, and then 8 seconds, I think, and then so it should. Did I miscount? Oh, wait. Do I need to do 4,000 for 8 seconds? Because it's reverse. So there. That's a very long 8 seconds. But I think the fun thing here is I actually... So this is whether or not the source is visible. Why do I have this many? Why are there this many layers? Text, name, team, name, name. Why are you there? There we go. So I don't think I need... I think I need to just leave these all on. So I'm going to re-enable, re-enable, re-enable. Or they're all enabled. I don't need to mess with that. They don't need to change their visibility. I don't need to worry about this. This is actually fully redundant. We're gonna just do that. So this is changing the names on them. And then what we need to do here is we need to run streaming software. And then we do source filter visibility. The source name is MIU game screen shadow. Filter name is move value. So when this gets redeemed, it should do that, and then it'll wait 8 seconds. Cool. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a little bit faster, because I do like the fade in, but I need it to be better. So there. Like, I like that. What if we just do ease in? How do we feel about ease in? No, ease in and out. Let's try 200. Needs to be at least a quarter of a second. Boop. No, it will actually probably die faster, Taiga. Gonna be real. I feel like the doodle of me at the top that I can't fully read the text on is like, what if I replaced Max in Sam and Max? Okay, so that is working. Like that looks good. That is all there. What I would like to add in, if I duplicate this and we do 0.1, and then I want to run a sound. I don't know what sound we're gonna run, but we need a sound. Boop, boo, boop, boo. Y'all ready to see my sound library? I have 2 of them actually. You know, here and go to soundboard. Oh wait, where's my new sound? Oh, it's not in this one. So actually, you know what? We can do this the fun way. If you ever want to know where I get my sounds from, a lot of them I get from the models resource, which is this really cool site here. And the models resource is basically a whole bunch of different game sounds. You can go over here, go to sounds resource, and we have this whole catalog. I am going to stop the mute. Really? Did my stream deck crash? My stream deck crashed. Okay, we're going to go here. We're going to pause our music. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because we're going to play some music. Oh no, Taiga. But you can get like sounds from different games here, and we can kind of look through like the ones that are up here on the top. Like we can go, oh look, Game Boy Color game. What is this? Doraemon. What do we got from Doraemon? Sorry, they're a little loud. But you can just find the sound libraries from different games. So using them for overlays is fun. Now, granted, I don't know what sounds I want to use. I don't have any idea. You can go to like a whole bunch of different games. They recently added some Sam and Max stuff. We can get Peppa Pig sounds if I hated myself. I do hate myself. Not that much, though. There's a lot of Peppa Pig sounds. Rudolph! We can get Rudolph sounds. Everybody wants Rudolph sounds, right? Like, we can get... Yeah, like, let's listen to Rudolph here.
I'm cute! I'm cute! She said I'm cute!
I forgot how horrible Rudolph sounded. So we got lemming sounds. Lemming sounds are fun. I hate that it keeps resetting the sound levels.
Let's go! Come on! Hold it!
Hold it! No! It is interesting that, like, other systems as PlayStation Vita. It's like, I get it, but, eh. But yeah, I don't know, I don't know specifically what we want to grab for that sound effect. Like, what kind of vibe are we feeling for that pop-up for the Billboard Redeem? Super Monkey Ball might have some good sounds. General game sounds, what we got? Actually, not a bad sound. I feel an explosion would work, but I do want to keep the calm vibe. And I feel like that's not calm. Not bad, actually. Ooh. I like that one. I like that one. That one fits. Right? Like, that's not a bad sound. Let's grab that one. And we will save this. Go in here, go in here. Soundboard. You can just go into unsorted. Start. So I'm going to grab that one. And then this is where this is going to get fun. So this is one of my favorite things is we grab our sound, we grab it, put it in a spot, and then we go into soundboard. We grab, where are you? Unsorted. Start. So now, really loud. Sorry. Drop it down to 34. Drop it down to here. So now we've got that. Now if I hit this, the timing's horrible, right? Like we can agree that timing is horrible. But if we move this up here, what does it sound like now? We're still not good. I'm going to move the weight in between. So once this fades out. Better. No, I'm starting to think it's too loud, though. Do 25. Let's do 0.2. Now I'm going to go into here, actually. And I'm going to make this 500, and I'm going to drop this down to 3,000. Have a good one, Tyga. Take care of yourself. Let's go. That's pretty close. 0.3. A little bit more. I'm also going to drop this down to like point. Well, no, I guess if the file read write is there, 1 second should be more than enough. Okay, and then I guess that's half a second sound. Yeah, that feels good, right? That feels good. Now, the one thing I would like to add here, and I think we can do this again with another color correction. So I'm just going to duplicate this move value, and we're going to put this here. We're going to change a single setting, and I think I can do it with brightness. Because if we go into visible, right, and we go in here, and we go brightness, I'm going to make it visible for now. But we go into brightness, I can go like that, right? So we can up that to a full 1 for a split second. So we're going to put you back on 0, put you back on 0, move value to brightness value 1. Now this is set to the same timing as that other one's fade in. I'm going to put this at 5. Well, no, I want you to happen almost immediately. So we're going to do like a 50. But the end delay here, it's got a big delay on it. And we basically don't want any delay after that's done. And then we want that to reverse. But I would like a start delay on here. Your timing is 500 milliseconds. So start delay, we're going to do 500 milliseconds here. And then this will get a simultaneous move. And this will be move value 2. So what should happen, I don't know if you noticed that. Okay, it is doing it on the way out, though, and I don't really want that. And I was hoping it wouldn't do that. So I'm going to have to change things up a little bit. And also, that's a bit of an aggressive flash. So let's try 100 milliseconds, and we'll have it do it at 400, maybe? The brightness value also might be a bit much. Let's try 0.8. The only thing that sucks is that is above the shadow. If I move you above that, what happens? Is that fine? It is, but it's not. This is still... Let's try 200, and we'll have it pop in at 300, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, and then the brightness, I think, can go back to a full. I think it was just the rate at which it was happening. Yeah, that feels pretty good. We're getting a good like pulse out of it. But this generally is not feeling as bright now. So let's try 150, and we'll do it at that. So now, no, see, now that's too much. It's a weird balance here. I want 200. I want you at 300. That was right? But it doesn't feel like it's popping like it did. Like, I'm going to put you back at 100 really quick. Brightness at max. Can I guess it's because of the shadow now, right? Because if we move this, we're getting a glow outside of it. That's just right on it because it's affecting the shadow. I mean, we can try this again, right? I forgot to reset that to 0. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not perfect. Like, I'd like the shadow to be elsewhere. I don't like that we're affecting the shadow at all, but now what we need to do, because this isn't quite what I want. So we're going to duplicate this again to move value 3. We're going to do this, and we're going to get rid of the reverse. We're going to say none. The end delay is going to be 0 because we don't need it. The duration is fine. Oh, sorry, I'm changing the wrong one. The end delay, we want this to be 8,000. This one's end delay, we want to be 0. This one, we want to set the value back down. We go here, and then this should say next move, we'll do value 3. So it should go up, do the ping, and then when it's done, it should... I've actually got the brightness thing still tied to the third one. Yeah. You are supposed to be none, and you are supposed to have no simultaneous move. So this is going to be a little broken. We do that. It pings in. We wait. We wait longer than we expect. I've got that set way too long. 7,000. No, we'll do 6,000. 6,000 I think was right. So it goes in, does a little chime, and then we're hopefully got it timed right where it'll go with everything, and then it should just do a fade out. So in theory now, so if we test the whole thing, pretty good. And then it goes away. I think, though, I need to add... Can we do 0.55? Yeah, that feels good, right? That's got it popping in. That's got everything going there. And then it fades away. The only disadvantage with this current layout is it does go behind me. But I think it's kind of funny that it does that. Though I guess we could move it up further, right? There's no reason that it can't be higher on the screen. So let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, and we can set the music back up. I should have changed the visibility. I didn't. It's going to be annoying. Go back over here. Studio mode. Play. Filters. There we go. Because I can't adjust it if I can't see it. Okay. So name is the center point. Actually, where's 0? Why is 0 right there? That's very much not 0. You can do negatives. Why is it cut off on the right? Is it because Taiga's name is too big? Yeah, it's not centered. The center position is not centered. Oh, I hate that. That's why I'm having this problem. The positions are just entirely wrong. Percentage is probably right. But that explains a lot of the issues I was having. But yeah, it's going to be a bit more of a problem on these longer ones. Make it a little bit smaller. But yeah, we can put it there. Like, the visual effect's still there. Everything works. I don't mind that. And then that makes sure that I'm not covering it when it gets redeemed. So now if I play it, it's going to be weird on the first one. Wait for it to fade. I like it. I like it, genuinely. That only took me 2 hours. But I like the Billboard Redeem being something new, right? Like, we've still got the Power Wash Ding. That was a soundboard card. That'll stay a soundboard card. But having something new here that says what team y'all are on when you redeem it, I think adds a nice little touch. So if anybody wants to change that message on there, all you gotta do is do the Billboard Redeem. It'll pop up. It'll stay on screen for a little bit with your name, which is a really cool little way you get to be a part of the stream and be directly, like, responsible for all of it. And yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, let me move my mouse over to my other screen. I can remove my reference image. God, this is something I wanted to do, but I don't know how well it's going to work out. So I wanted y'all to be able to basically put sticky notes on, like, the Katamari. But I don't know if that's going to work well, or on me. That's one of the things that are here. Oh! That's one we can do. Oh, I've been tagged. So one of the things is fireflies. I wanted to create a little firefly effect, right, for the overlay. But we need fireflies. We can't just, like, say fireflies. We got to have them. So let me get my chat back where it's supposed to be. Because I want to add more life to the overlay. That's kind of where a lot of this is for me. Is I want more life. We're gonna go and we're gonna get rid of that little pop up and that little pop up. By the way, I appreciate y'all hanging with me. If you've been lurking for a while and you haven't clicked anything though, something you may want to consider doing really quick is just interacting with the stream in some way. It doesn't take much, just clicking a little check-in or throw in the pause, things like that. It does add you back to the viewer list. Twitch will just stop counting you, especially if you came by in a raid. It really does stop counting you, especially when I ran ads, things like that. So just a little bit of interaction, join the herd, things like that, all helps out a ton. Helps make sure your views continue to count on Twitch. Okay, so next on the list is fireflies. Now, I don't want to do this in too complicated of a way. Did I not click new project? There. So what we're going to... Fear. Hi. Don't get mad at me. I'm cleaning your eye gunk if you're going to yell at me. So we need simple little things that we can spawn just above the ground a little bit to add fireflies. We don't want to go too big. So I'm just going to do something that's maybe... do like 250 by 250, and then we can... Oop, that is not 250. 250 by 250, right? We'll do that. We don't need these to be too long. 30 FPS is fine. I could do 60, but I don't care. I like streaming at 30. I like streaming at 30. I know 60 would look nicer. I don't care. I'd rather have bitrate than frame rate. And we will do... I'll just say 5 seconds. Can I, like, remove these numbers? Like, will you let me just do that? No. I think you can, but I don't know the specific method. Oh, let me get... Whoop. There we go. Let me throw all that up there. Aw. I like Sharon's drawing. Can't see most of it because it's behind the terrain, but I like Sharon's drawing. By the way, these all get saved in the Discord. So they're all something you can hang out and see post-stream, all that fun stuff. We save all of them. We log them for everybody. They're all available. How's it going, Greggs? You doing all right? I hope you're doing all right. Gonna reshare my own stream really quick. There we go. Just make it a little note like, hey, we did this thing. But we're not done streaming. So, okay. So what we need here is I need to create particles. Like we need to start out, we need to create particles. So I'm going to go here. We have to do new, and then we do a color. Well, a new solid. And we're just going to create our dark gray solid here. And then from this, we need to add an effect. Yeah, it's nice having those there so people can kind of like save them. You also, I believe you can save them yourself at any time if you do file export. I think there is just an option there if you want. File export as, and you can do layer images as well if you pay. Obviously, don't do that. But you can get a Photoshop document. Like if you just want to export this and put it into Photoshop, you can export that directly as well. So. The Illuminati is forming under my armpit. Words to live by. Let's go to simulation. And we need a particle world. So this gives us a nice 3D plane, right? So now we can see these particles. If I hit this, it's a bit aggressive. Why are you so aggressive? Are you not as long as they told you to be? Like where? Oh, I changed the wrong I changed the wrong number to, there we go. Okay. About the timeline. There we go. So now we've created this mess, which is obviously not what we want. You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies blew up on the ground as you tried to sleep. 2.1. It's much more tame to work with. You know, we do particles. We do stars. Stars are cute. We do bubbles. Bubbles are probably closer to what we're after. Faded sphere. Faded sphere, I think, is going to be what we end up using. Or shaded sphere. There's faded sphere. Darkened and faded sphere. Like, there's options. But I think we just want the shaded sphere, right? So these can be our things. Now, the next catch we want the birth color. I am going to go with green. I'm going to say, yeah, no, we'll just do birth to death. And we'll do another green. We're just going to do two greens. So our fireflies are going to be green. Well, wait, actually, I'm just trying to think. Our ground is purple. If we do green for the glow, it'll blend in with the moss when it rains. We don't want that. We could do blue. We do a blue. Hey, Lore. Blue fireflies on our planet. That actually kind of makes sense. Let's go with that. We've got to change the physics. We don't want explosive. We kind of want twirly. Or twirl. What's twirly? Twirly's a little more aggressive. You have vortex. Vortex, you have your own particle. I don't know why it's going up, though. Like, why are you...
I think someone rang the doorbell. Would
They
you
did
mind
not.
checking if it's my bone delivery?
Why are you not... I mean, like, why are you going up? The gravity... None of this is correct. I want this to be wider, and it's not... Hey, JT. I mean, you've been here, but I'm saying hey. You added the Illuminati. I'm being tapped by a cat. So Vortex isn't going to work here. Sorry, Vortex, you're not working. Okay, okay, wait. I'd like to slow... I just want to take this, but I want to slow it down. I'm intrigued by whatever it's trying to do here. Like, twirls the wrong angle as well. Wait, can I get... Wait. Am I... Ah. It is technically what I want, but I can't see. I want to see the. I want to see the grid. I had a grid before. Where's my grid? They're spawning way faster than I want them to. Hmm. Do 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 do. Actually, wait. One of these was where was it? There's a setting for the floor. Can we reflect this? Okay, reflected on floor, projected on floor. Like I know there's a floor, but I can't see the floor. I want to see the floor. Show me the floor. There was a visible floor before. Why can't I see it now? You know what I mean? Like I want to see the floor. I don't feel like I'm asking a lot to be able to see that because like I want to add fireflies and I want to get some more height variation here. Is my main thing, but I'm not getting. Like there's the in and out. The in and out is working. Where? Nudge everything in a little bit. Make sure none of them get cut off on the edges. Like, I like this. This is doing what I want, but just things aren't quite right. Do 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 do. %. Oh, wait. Making the ones further back have a little bit more going on. With like a little bit of fog. But yeah, like a particle like this just lighting up in the moss as a layer on top of it, I think would work really well. Reduce the opacity a little more. And we go here. The birth rate can start where it's at, but we need to go to the end. They last a full second. So we need to go here. And we'll go here. And we go back to this one and we set the birth rate to 0. So now, I apparently messed something up. Awesome. Yep, because I changed the wrong number. Perfect. Go here and change that to 0. There we go. I would say I think the one thing I've kind of screwed up here is while they're fading in, I've given them... They kind of like instantly appear, and because they instantly appear, we're starting at like a full spawn rate rather than them fading in. None of them are even spawning there. Let's try changing the seed. Whee! Try again. Try again. Trying to make sure none are spawning right on the edge of that image and getting cut off. Yeah, so basically it'd be this, right, in the purple moss that we've got at the bottom. And then that would allow everything to kind of just fade in, do little particles. And we could set this to happen as night falls in the overlay. I just got to adjust some timing stuff. But basically we base it on when it decides to spawn the moon in or spawn the sun in, right? We just set a timing to it, and then when it's nighttime, they'll spawn. I'd probably eventually have to do a check, like nighttime but not raining, then they'll spawn in, but... I am going to make them brighter, though. I don't think there's any harm in it being brighter. Let's save this. Save as. Overlay assets. Starry sky. New. Just going to name it life. Fireflies. We do need to take a break, though. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're not going to miss anything, just like the last one did. I'll see y'all very soon. Be right back. In theory, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much right now. I'm glad this guy has no peripheral vision whatsoever. What? What? Or that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. Hello. Why was that musical? Why did I just auto-tune my own voice? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Boom. Oh, is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing. That's amazing. We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Mari. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1 million roses! I need to do backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart! I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart. How the hell? My God. My God. In theory, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much right now. I'm glad this guy has. Da-da-da-da. By the way, I appreciate y'all. Y'all are lovely. We need to do something here, though. And this is minor, but this stuff does add up when I do these. So what we're going to go into is we're going to go into composition settings, and we're just going to reduce the height here. We're going to try 180. Try that. Just reduced a little bit of the height there. How you doing, Dor? Just make it a little bit smaller. I've been here the whole time. Sure you have. Let's go here. Now, where's the one I made? Quick time for WebM. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. We need life, and we need you to be fireflies. Boop. So now we're going to render that out. And pop open the converter. On my other screen. Whoop. Nice door. Okay, let's go there and do VP9. And then what we need to do here is we need to go to our advanced features and we need to make sure we enable alpha channel. That is vital. And we want to make this as lacking as possible on a lot of the over-the-top stuff. So we're just going to go here for our audio, and we're going to say no audio so it knows, and it doesn't try to put audio bitrate in there. The rest should be good, hopefully. Export's all ready, and now we have our WebM. WebM doesn't preview with transparency, but that is our WebM. Now, hopefully, I get my mouse back. Yeah, there's a lot of drawings. There's a bunch behind me, too. Let's go in here. New action group. Boop-a-doo-boop. Boop-a-doo-boop. And I'm not sure specifically where in my overlay this goes. I need to check something. So studio mode, scenes. Mid has all of the cow bears except for the ones in the foreground. They don't currently have a specific layer for the terrain. We have sky mid. Do I not have a layer for this? Got my rear layer here. Add the sky back. We've got the sky layers, which I could do sky back here. Sky layering, but that doesn't have my terrain. Where's my terrain? Terrain all just in mid? The terrain is all just in mid. Where is... Is it under Sky Mid? It is. Okay. So I need to create really quick. Got to create another browser source. I'm sure my computer is going to love that. Terrain effects. Boo-ba-doo-boo. I'm feeling so chill, y'all. Like, I'm just in a good mood. Okay, we're gonna add a source here. Browser source, new browser source. Go there. Normally I would do 1080, but I think we should do only about 600. Why did that change? No. Mid. Lock that in. I feel that, Amoru. It's a chill day. It's a chill day. It's a new day, and it all feels off. It's a good life. That's what I'm told. No, let's see. I'm gonna have to recreate a new command or an action group. Go into action groups. New action group. There we go. Goes to Starry Sky. Fireflies. And it should just be one overlay asset. And duration is going to be 5 seconds because that's how long we made the thing. Terrain effects. We're going to have to adjust the position. But where is it? We're doing a video. Overlay assets. Starry Sky, Life, and Fireflies. It is there. It is working. I'm a little worried because it does appear to have a edge on it. I don't know if that'll show when we get down lower, though. But the position is definitely wrong. I just need to see. Okay, it needs to be a random position, though. The top position, I did 600 for the height of this. So if I do 450 and 450, they're on the right side there. Left position can't be that far. These were... How big is my source? Ow! Rude. How big is this? $250 by 151. How's it going, Otter? So that would be... Actually, I'm thinking about this. I need to change some of these dimensions. So right now it's set to a width of 1920. I need to add 75 to both sides. So I need to add 150. What? Yeah, I need to add 150. So You know what? We'll add 180. That'll make my life easier. That'll be 2,100. We'll do that. Transform. Center horizontally. Lock that back in place. Okay. I feel that, Otter. Okay, and its width was 250. So if I want to get this to be peeking off the the right side, and I added 90 to each side. Honestly, the max of 1920 isn't that bad. That's just... Can we do minus 100 there, and then... Okay, we spawned a couple in that way. 450 isn't bad, but we need... Let's try... 500. That way we get some height variation in here. Okay, and then minimum 250. Awesome, Taiga. Okay, 250 is way too high up. $350 is way too high up. I don't want any of these in the sky, but I want to get them very high up. So I'm trying to figure out where. I think we're pretty close. I'm going to do 410. So that is working. Nice, Taiga. Did you have fun playing Pokemon, though? So I like how this is going visually. So I'm going to save that. So Fireflies is now saved. What I need to do, though, is now I'm going to create a timer. You gotta give one on an entirely custom thing. Problem is, it's in a group interval of minutes, and I don't want that. Minutes as an interval sucks. But that is the fastest I'm allowed to do that. So I'm just going to set that. Can I do 0.1? Am I allowed? No, I have to do at least 1. So I'm going to have to set this up to have its own rate of doing this. That looked like a spider, so that was probably Spinnerack. So I'm creating a... So I know you can't see it because it's switching between computers, and I do apologize for this. I need 20 of these. I'm just trying to figure out the timing to trigger this. So command create, run command action group, fireflies. Don't wait until complete. Run a wait command. and add in 3 seconds. So it's only going to spawn one every 3 seconds, I think. And then I should just hit play on this and it should run a whole bunch of fireflies for 1 minute. Timing's wrong. I mean, it's not going to do what I wanted because I said, well, if I set it for 20 and I have them go every 3, that is correct. Longer legs. The only thing I can think of, I can't remember the name of the one, but it evolves into Spidops. There's only 2 spiders I can think of. There's Spinarak, and then there's the. Can somebody help me with Pokemon Gen 9? I don't think it's in there though. I don't think there was a Gen. I don't think Gen 9 is really too much in Emerald Sea Glass. What other spider would there be? What am I missing? What spider Pokemon am I missing, chat? Oh, Garvantula. Yeah, I guess Garvantula and Joltik, but Joltik is small and then it evolved into Garvantula, but I don't think that's it. Try every 2 seconds and do 30 of these then. Like, the Firefly position is completely random, so I don't know where they're going to pop up. Oh, Dupiter! Yeah, there we go. It was Dupiter. That's the one. I forgot about Dupiter. Let's try this. See, the thing is, I don't want there to be too many of the Fireflies going on, but I do want a good chunk of Fireflies, right? So I've now doubled the number that it's spawning at any given time. Am I happy with that? Or do I want to do it one more time? Doo -doo. I think I want to add one more group of these. Thankfully, WebM aren't that intensive of like video files. They're very, very compact. I don't think people realize how great WebMs are. Like, WebMs, though, are an absolutely fantastic file type. They compress really well and they embed transparency. Like, just as a fun little like thing. The mob file for this is 641 kilobytes. The WebM for this is 35. Okay, let's try with one more. So now there's three of these running at once instead of two. And they flicker fast enough that the scrolling terrain, I think, doesn't matter here. You know what I wasn't thinking about here is the reason it's feeling so slow is because it's technically a 4-second loop and not a 5 because of the fade in and fade out. So I wasn't considering the blank space. What one was it, Tyga? Surskit. Okay, yeah. So Surskit evolves into Dupiter. Um it's a water beetle. Um it's a water beetle. Actually, Tyga, if you get a second, just do a quick YouTube search for Surskit anime noise, and I think Surskit might become your favorite Pokemon. Because I think it's just like that's all it does. Just It gets weird when you have these moments where you just don't see any of the fireflies, and then you get like 3 in the same spot. Oh yeah, wait, yeah, Surskit is Masquerain, isn't it? What am I thinking of with Dupiter? Like it's so they're very similar in design. They're very similar in design. Hey, Clue. The thing with these fireflies is if I get everything to convert into Godot like I plan to, the fireflies are gonna have to be completely redone. But I think they're nice to have. Araquanid. Gotcha. Did you look it up, Tyga? The Surskit noise? Oh, Dupiter evolved, yeah. So, and then, yeah. You got me wanting to play Pokemon. I'll probably do that later. Like our stream tonight can be Pokemon. Yeah, our timer is working. It runs for a minute. So what I need to do now is I've got that timer set up to run the command, and it should be on its own running while I'm setting this up. Like it's just gonna do its own thing here. But it's gonna run on its own whenever its timer starts, so we should just see those going. But what we want to do is in the timers. Why does timer defaults also has like I apparently typed a handful of these wrong or some bug happened and it changed a little thing. But the weather, no, we want time of day. How am I doing my time of day? Like I'm actually not sure how I sorted these. Starry sky, sky color. Yeah, that's so I have a command in here that does the time color based on the time of the sky color based on the time of day when I start going. You're gonna be very weak to grass type is what's gonna happen, Taiga. Grass and electric will destroy you. gotta see. So move value day gets turned off. Move value night gets turned on. You wait 1 second, and then you're doing the night reset. Now, the question that happens when it runs these, because it'll run sun or moon. Path start, sets it there, goes, and then it waits. And it waits 10 minutes before it spawns in the next one, right? Is that how I've got this? Because then it resets, it waits, and then it spawns it in. So what I need is I need that timer to toggle the opposite. I need it to toggle the timer on and off based on the same check. So it's checking sun or moon. And if the value is sun, it's switching to moon, right? I just got to remember this check. If sun or moon contains sun. So yeah, when that contains sun, that's what's currently up. But that waits really far, and I don't technically want to wait that far. I need to grab moon path and sun path here, and I need to move them up above that first wait. Fireflies on. Sorry you can't see this. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do a thing automatically, and I don't want to mess it up. What are the things that grow on trees? Acorns. At least here they're acorns. So we're gonna get rid of that. How do I forgot how to toggle timers. Under overlays? Where is this? That's not it. That's for widgets. I know there's a way to toggle timers, and I can't remember how to do it. Not streaming software. Give me a second. I am pulling up the wiki. Timer. Timer commands. Yep. Timer is not a group, blah, 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 blah. You have a group that has a timer interval of 5, it'll run 1. Can I not toggle these off automatically? I could have sworn I could have toggled these off automatically. I've apparently forgotten how things work. Cool. Well, what are you after? No, you spell acorn is correct. Acorn is correct. And the sticky tree stuff is sap. If I get my timers, pop that out. Oh, pine cone. You're after pine cones. Sorry, type of tree wasn't. But you said squirrels like it. I've never seen a squirrel take a pine cone personally, but matter. So I think what I need to do is I need this to check the file. So I'm going to move that there. It needs to read that. It needs to see if it's the sun or the moon. And we bring in the Firefly's on and off commands. Actually, we don't need off. We just need on. And then move these in here. I don't know when it's writing sun or moon is the only thing. Like, I'm looking at this. When does it change? Okay, it changes it when it starts. It changes it when it started moving across the sky. Which isn't really what I want either. I don't think. Like, that's there. That spawns it in, and then it writes to it. And I don't think I want it writing there. I want it writing near the end. Yeah. Okay. So I've got to move this back over here. This is complicated. Sorry. And I know you can't see it. Basically, I'm telling it, hey, check these things. Right? It reads itself in a loop. So when it does this, it reads that file, checks that, runs through all the stuff, and I'm just hoping I didn't break what I had. But everything should be good. That reads it again, or that writes it there. So that saves it. First one reads it. I need to go through all of the sun and moons I made, though, and remove where it's saying that it's running the one. No, that's not right either, because it's writing it to... I'm going to have to create a conditional for it. That's fine. Get rid of that. Right, because you're creating that. I'm going to duplicate that to the end and then remove that. And then duplicate that to the end. And remove that. And then that one's good. And that one's wrong. Okay. I've created a mess and I'm trying to make it work. Okay, so you go up there. You go up there. Okay. So it doesn't matter what the game is at this point. So we're going to remove that part, and then that'll write the correct one in. That saves the file the correct thing. And then this is just checking every minute if it's the correct sun or moon. And if it says sun, which means it's changing to the moon, because the moon will change to the sun. If it's containing the 1, it should just run at that time of day now. Hopefully. I have to reset the sun and moon timer. And then hopefully, if everything is right now, the timer is set to run for 1 minute, but only do the fireflies at night. Like right now it's firing, and I don't know if it's day or night in my overlay. I'm not actually sure. I am going to hide magma for a second to find out. Give it a second. So it looks like we're in the day, so those should disappear. Probably depends on the tree, Taiga. Yeah, we're definitely in the daytime now. So hopefully, if all is well, once this minute is up, it will stop spawning in the fireflies. I also may have spawned in too many fireflies. Like, I'm looking at it now, and it feels like there's too many. It's magical and pretty, but that is a lot of fireflies. Kind of love the idea of it, though, right? Imagine going outside and the world is just lighting up at your feet. I would like the fireflies to stop, otherwise it's feeling like I messed up. Actually, it might be converting to nighttime, which is why it's doing it, and I have no way to actually be sure until the moon appears behind me. Because basically it's set to do this as soon as it starts considering daytime over. Like, I may have to just adjust the way it works entirely. I get. Okay, no, we are in nighttime because the stars are sparkling. So we are actually in nighttime in the overlay. Let me turn the magma back on. So as of right now, it is working. I won't know till it's actually daytime in the overlay, though. I do like the banners you made, Vortex. I don't know if you're still lurking, but I do like the banners you made. I think they work well. We can keep those as reference. I don't know what we'd use them for, though. It's kind of like right now we don't. I don't know. We don't have a purpose for them. But I think that'll come in time, right? Okay. Okay. So we've now got working. We have working fireflies. We created the new billboard redeem, which nobody's tested since I finished it. But we've created the working billboard redeem. should check my log for what I should work on next. Bam, bam, bam. Let me go into my notifications. Fireflies now spawn at night. Boop boop boo doo. Bow 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 bow. Do 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 do. But yeah, Bigby, you should try really quick. Do the billboard redeem. I changed the way it works. It's got a new visual effect. Oh no, Tyga. Empty that out, and if you've got vinegar, pour vinegar in it. And let that kill whatever's in there. Ding. Bigby, you haven't joined a team yet. By clicking the join faction button. I'm just jamming I'm just vibing to the music right now. There we go. Hi, Fear. Hi. For those who don't know, basically you can join a team. One person can join a team every minute. As you join those teams at the end of the stream, the mods and myself will get a message in the Discord saying everybody that joined a team during that stream, and then we will manually apply that to you in the Discord. It's also actually giving you an invisible item for your stream avatar that you cannot see right now, but it is force equipped onto your character. It'll be an accessory. We have not decided what the accessory will be yet, but you are also gifted that item. So we'll be able to assign that to you directly. So it's a cool little thing that'll help kind of differentiate everybody, put everybody on their teams. Eventually, there are plans for it to, when you do a check-in, it'll spawn little flowers on the terrain, custom to your team. So, like, if you're on Team Astral, you'll get, like, a sunflower. Or Team Solar will get, like, a sunflower, right? I don't remember what flowers I wrote down. Would be like a sunflower for solar, right? You'll get a plant based on that. Probably not a sunflower itself because it'll be big. There might be custom ones for the planet, but ones that fit your team color. So you'll get a gold one if you're on Team Solar. You'll get a green one if you're on Team Lunar. Team Astral will get like a purple one, or not a green, but a blue for Lunar. Oh. But yeah, little things like that are all kind of scheduled to happen eventually. I don't want to do too much that has to do with the planet's surface right now because my goal is to learn things in Godot and get that kind of sorted. Oh, I should add Vortex. I'm gonna give you special permission in the Discord, assuming you're still there, Vortex. There is a channel that only moderators and myself can see. But because Vortex keeps doing art and whatnot for things, let me go in here. There's no sending messages or anything. But Vortex can see a private channel now that is weird emotes or weird expressions I've screenshotted from different things that just I feel like would make great emotes. So I just have this little like gallery folder in there. Do, do, do. Boop, 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 boop. But if I look at, let's see, what else do I have in my list of things right now? I'm supposed to work on making a toggle for my mouth. So when I use one of my new functions, where is it? Where's my new function? So when I use this fancy effect, my mouth doesn't move. I need to set up a little thing that like toggles off my mouth movements. But I don't use that too often. It's just a thing I have now. But I want to make that so that turns that off, but I don't want to do that right now. Boo ba doo ba doo boo boo boo. Oh. Let's see. Doo doo. Doo 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 doo. Down, down. Oh, this was a simple one. Add sparkles to shiny. We need a little sparkle effect. And so let me grab. We just need a simple like 200 by 200 sparkle. I have not used. What? Why did we do that? Go. Nope. That's not what I want. That was weird. That was weird. That's suspicious. And where is the navigator? Right there. I wonder what could be getting. Oh no, Taiga, I need to tell you this. You are drawing in a shade, a color that is too close to the overlay. The red orange. So your drawing is not showing up on the thing. Yay, Beer Dream Solar. Baba dabba. You could have moved the apple somewhere else. You could have like moved it to the bottom or moved it. I mean, green works as well. Okay, so I need to make a sparkle. Let's go. Let's make a gradient. We're going to do a gradient from green to blue, like that. And we're just going to do that. There's our sparkle color. Hey, Pluto. Let's do make an ellipse. Okay, it wasn't 250, it was 200. 200. 200. So there is our shape there, and we're gonna just stick you in the corner. It happens sometimes, Pluto. I've been describing what I'm dealing with as sleep debt. Sleep debt is a thing, and I believe that's what I'm experiencing, but I'm not 100% that that is exactly what I'm experiencing. But it sucks. Okay, so there is that, and then I'm gonna merge these shapes. Nope. For some reason, didn't grab that one. Merge those shapes. Rasterize the layer. Raster. Magic wand. Only the one layer. We delete that. We delete that. Actually, I'm going to duplicate this. And we're going to take the one we have, and we're going to make it a bit more like that. We don't need anything too special here. And we will duplicate this one. Go there. All right, and we've got a simple little sparkle particle, right? We're gonna save for web. Overlay assets. Sparkle. And what I want to do here now is I need to go to action groups for shiny. I think is what we're still using, right? Yep. And that'll run one of those. And then I want to create a little group. One on here. What layer is this? Webcam. It should be here. Webcam camera in front. Where am I looking? Right here. So when I hit this, where is it? Oh. I don't see it. Where's my image? One sec. Model. Main. Did I never apply it? Really? Oh my god, I've not used. Wow, I've not used these yet. Okay. Webcam camera in front. Add source, browser, new source, paste, and then this is 1080 by 1920. Rotate that and lock that into position. I have not actually applied any of these yet. So now when I hit this, there it is. Boop. Boop. There's our little sparkle. I don't have it set to emit light. But let me jump back in there really quick. Well, it's not that it's not emitting light. I should be clear here. It is emitting light. It's just it's being affected by the world lighting. I need to move it somewhere else. I am on the mid layer. Needs to go there. No, mix it up camera in front. What? Am I not seeing it there? Oh, I've got it too far to the left. Wait, why are you all the way over there? It's fine. It's just why I don't know why it's there. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I wasn't looking for it because I was looking in the wrong spot. Okay. Fantastic. So I need to now figure out the position. So if I do 1000 by 1000 for the left pixel, that's not far enough over. 1500, it's probably too far over. It's not horrible. About there. And then we'll do a max of 500, minimum of 100. That should keep me in this little corner. I'm going to subtract 100 from that, do 300 there, and we're going to add 100. So now we'll get a sparkle over there. And we want the zoom in. And I think just zoom in and zoom out.
Everyone should really stretch their legs about now.
The zoom in is not what I wanted. It's funny, but it's not what I wanted. If I just do fade in, fade out, it's not going to be as pretty. Like, I mean, it works. JT vibing to the music. Honestly, actually, let's just do this. I'm going to hit repeat here. Move that. Well, I'm going to move, and I'm going to move. Repeat into this. And we'll run 10 of them. And that does that. But if I put a weight at the end And we add that, and we do 0.1 seconds. Try 0.2. It's just a simple little sparkle effect. I may need to increase the number of them that I'm spawning. But the point was to get... I thought that I just lost a number here. Like when I moved this file, it's like, yeah, you don't need the number. But like the number. Okay, so if we do 800, what do we get? Wrong button. Okay, we're getting up there. I want to make sure with this position. I don't see any of those. It should be here. Yeah, that's as far over that way, and then we go over here. And this should give us the full width. Let's double check where 100 is on this. So 100 is up there. Not a bad height. And I think we want to do probably 700. Do 650. 650. 650, 650. 100 and go. Let's do 15 sparkles. So now, if this is right, yeah, that works pretty well. So now it just does that little sparkle effect over top of everything. Boop boo doop boo doop boo doop boo doo boo boo boo. Boop boo. Now, is it still... I need to double check. Is it still night? Yeah, it is still nighttime in the overlay. I wanted to make sure that the fireflies were going off at the correct time. So they are still... They're going off, but they are correct. Like, they're... I didn't actually check when it looped through. Is it just absurdly windy out? Oh my god. I just looked outside of my tree, and it is just shaking. What is the wind speed right now? 10-mile-per-hour winds. Fair. But yeah, no, I'm happy with what we've got done today. It was only 3 things, but I think the Ghost in the Shell one was the main thing I really wanted to get done, and we've got an actual like cool effect for it that is working and proper. We've got we've got that going. We've got just like simple visual effects. I'm pleased. I'm pleased. We added the sparkle. We added the fireflies. We added a Ghost in the Shell, bit of the pop-up. Bum bum. There is a conversation below the overlay that I can see in Magma right now, calling Eevee the best Pokemon. You could just see Eevee's ears in the overlay. What I could do in theory is I could change the drawing space a little bit It would be a bit broken during break time. But I could change the overlay to actually be translucent where the entire terrain is. That would allow you to draw down there. So you would have more space to draw, but you would also be in front of me. And I do worry about allowing you all to draw in front of me. Because I don't want people draw. It's not to say that I think any of you would, but there is the possibility of people showing up that would be trying to draw something crude on top of me, and I don't want that happening, you know. I don't want to risk that. That's the only reason you can't draw in the complete foreground. Hi, Fear. Hi, buddy. There might be ways I could work around. Oh, I could put you behind me, but in front of you. Because I'm in front of the overlay. I could give you it, put you in that spot. There would be some of the stream avatars walking in front. I'll make a note for myself. Check moving magma between myself and green. See if I can move it in between. Yeah, I mean, fair, Red. Sadly, I'm worried about worse people. But like if I can make it so y'all can draw in the overlay. The only thing is like the stream avatars would be in front of the magma on the bottom layer, which could make some things look a little bit weird. Because of how magma's set up. I don't know. But I could, in theory, let y'all draw down. But it would lead to me having to create another kind of translucent area, and then you would lose the ability to use some of the reds down below as well. I'll have to consider it and see if I can figure out how to pull it off.
Worse than red? On the internet? Unthinkable.
The internet will be left on red. No, but yeah, I would like to give y'all more canvas, and y'all don't have as much canvas as I feel like you should have with this current layout. So figuring out a way to get it to work in the terrain would be ideal. I'm just not there yet. Because yeah, there is a lack of canvas. I think we can agree there's a lack of canvas. Because even though like Big B used a big area to the bottom right, none of y'all can see it. So if there's a way I could create a section of the overlay or find a way, there is actually a weird option here. So this is for those of you who are currently on Magma, right? BB, your butt's in the way. For those of you who are in Magma, in the bottom left there is a sequence panel. Y'all see the sequence panel? It's a little film reel. Do you see that down there? How there's a second panel? I can, in theory, rename these. So now we have background and foreground, and then I can make one that is intended to just be that section that is drawable in front, and we could have, basically you have the background there, and then we could have a foreground layer that I could make go partially up the Katamari, but not all the way. So it could go up that same height and still give you a bit more to draw on using the sequence panel. Like that could work as a good way to do this, and then I don't have to give y'all access to an entire section of the screen and just say this area doesn't show up on stream. You can't. You can move your drawings up here, whatever. I can write the message, but basically saying like we could have a foreground and a background, which might work really well. I'll look into it. Obviously, it is a little bit more of a learning curve to get that area, but I don't think that's necessarily an issue. So we can see how that goes. It is a little more work for me to manage both of the panels at the same time. But we can sort that out and see how it goes. But that would allow drawings like the drawing Shurin did of me on the tree to have its little spot right in the overlay. And stuff like that, where we could give people a little more space. Because I do feel bad. There is just a lack of drawing space in the overlay, and I'd like to do a bit more. Like, I could also add some space in the foreground that's in the upper right corner as well. Maybe, I don't think I would do it in the upper left, but like a little bit in the upper right that would go in front of my ears. And a little bit along the right side near my arm. So just giving y'all a little more space, but not enough to knock me out of it, I think would be the ideal method. So I've written a note for myself to examine and see exactly where I can pull all of that, and we can kind of work on that as we go. I am gonna wrap up though, so I'm gonna hit my little button. We've been going for 3.5 hours. Thank you all so much for hanging out. If you have not clicked the follow button, please do consider clicking the follow button. I would love to see you all again. I've had a really chill time. I'm trying to do more art streams. I'm going to try to do more magma streams, things like that, where y'all can hang out and enjoy those aspects. I appreciate y'all drawing and taking part in this. I'm going to send you away. I need to double check something really quick. Let's see. I would like to send you over to... you know what? Let's go big Punk. Punk is trying to do a partner push, so we can go help over there. Methinks. Doing an Ocarina of Time randomizer. My throat itches. Really bad. I'm actually a little worried about that. Like, I just was like, suddenly. Throat very itchy. It's all good, Red. You do your job and do what you got to do and all that fun stuff. And I appreciate you hanging out when you could, you know. Do what you got to do. Life does come first. I am entertainment. I am not a necessity. As much as I would love to be a necessity in y'all's lives, I am not. I mean, I don't want to do your job either, Red, so I totally understand. But I love and appreciate y'all. Go give Punk some love for me, some support, some kindness. And I'll catch y'all later. That said, I'm going to steal whoever's billboard it is for myself later, so enjoy that. But I love and appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all later. That said, see ya. Love ya. Bye-bye.